Protect the gear and the bed of your Tundra with this rough country, low-profile, hard trifold tonneau cover. Constructed of durable aircraft-grade aluminum with a black texture finish and low-profile design, which will give your Tundra a clean and sleek look while protecting the contents of your bed for years to come. Now this bed cover is coming in around $700, and remember, the best time to buy your aftermarket parts and accessories is now, as prices are consistently going up. As always, we are going to go over what we like about the product and what we don't. But first, I do want to show you guys the operation, and then we'll go about the one thing I don't like about the cover. So to roll this guy up, I'm going to open up the tailgate. It does have a nice cable latch system, which is accessible from both sides. Pull it, release it, roll it up. Same here. Now this is as far as this guy will roll up. We do have a nice buckle system where you can latch these guys in if you guys do want to keep this up. So one thing, as always, I've mentioned this before, one of the things I don't like about trifolds is that if you are trying to have a taller load, you do lose part of your bed. To give you guys an exact example, so with this rolled up, if you guys do want to have a taller load like a bike or whatnot, now this is a 5.5 foot bed, and looks like we have about 40 inches. It's actually about 41 inches of usable tall space in here, so keep that in mind for you guys if you guys are going to be getting this and you do want to have a bike in here, or you will be consistently running taller loads. On the plus side, if you do need to pull this thing off, it literally comes off within 2 minutes due to the really awesome latching system that Rough Country is using on this guy. And then to roll this guy out, remember we're going to go through and unbuckle both of our buckles, which is nicely stowed in here. Now, in regards to the benefits and what I really like about this bed cover, starting with the design, as you guys can see, this is an extremely low profile bed cover, which you generally don't see with trifolds, so huge ups on that. Also, extremely durable, as you guys can see. So once this guy is deployed and your truck's locked, it's going to be extremely difficult for anyone to get into this, almost impossible unless they find a way to cut into this. So huge ups on that. Has a really nice powder coat on the black, so this should stay looking great for years to come. And one of my favorite things about this, from all the bed covers I've ever installed, this was by far one of the easiest ones. And finally, for the installation, you want to give yourself about 10 minutes to install this thing. Super simple. Rough Country does provide clamps for both using your OEM deck rail system. If you choose not to use that, they also have clamps where you can clamp it onto your bedsides. With that being said, let's go ahead and get into the install. By referencing the installation instructions, ensure that all parts and hardware are included before getting started with the install. This kit will include 2 sets of brackets for the rails, for use with the accessory deck rail and without. For this install, we'll be utilizing the OEM deck rail for the installation. We will start by sliding the clamp assembly into the utility deck rail system. Slide 3 clamps into place and position 1 towards the front, 1 center, and 1 towards the rear. Next, place the side rails on top of the truck bed rail. The end of the mounting rail with the drain tube fitting will go towards the cab of the truck. Measure 1 inch back from the inside face of the front of the bulkhead and position the L-shaped portion of the mounting rail on top of the bed rail. Then position the clamps adjacent to each of the black clamp spacers and hand tighten. Once all clamps are in place and the rail is adjusted, tighten the clamps down. Now set the tonneau cover onto the mounting rails. The buckle should be to the front, and make sure that the rubber flap is over the bulkhead and not the bottom of the cover. Next up, slide the 4 retainer clamps into the tracks on the underside of the tonneau and slide them into position. Don't tighten them down at this time. Carefully unfold the cover and position the cover so it centers side to side and front to back on the truck. Test the rear latching assembly for smooth operation, as this is the best indication of the cover being positioned correctly, and make sure latches on both sides are engaging. Once the cover is positioned properly, fold the cover open and tighten down the clamps. And now attach the drain tubes to the fittings at the front of the rail. And position the tubes to divert water out of the pre-drilled drain holes in the bed, or drill new 5/8 of an inch holes. And that's it for the install. Now go out and enjoy your truck. If you found this video useful, please drop us a comment and like below. And for more Tundra how-to videos and product reviews, don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel.